Page 8, Rustic Dance. In this lesson, they're introducing you to a thing called a dotted eighth note. Okay, dotted rhythms. If you understand how they function, it doesn't matter what the notes are because they all work the same way. We've had a dotted half notes, and we've had a dot quarter notes. Big deal, I hope. The dot gets half the value of the note. That's it, and that's across the board. Let's pretend we're in 4/4 time. If you have a dotted half note, the half note would get 2 counts, which means the dot would get 1, which means a dotted half note would get 3 counts in 4/4 time. I also said, just remember that a dotted half note is the same as 3/4 notes. I've said that, I know I've said it a million times. It doesn't matter what the time signature is, that's always the case. The dotted note is always 3 of whatever the next note down is. Well, a dotted quarter note in 4/4 time would get 1 count, the dot would get a half, so it's 1.5 counts. Or the dotted quarter note is the same as 3 eighth notes tied together. Okay, dotted eighth note, big deal. You have 16th notes, I hope. Well, you got them now if you didn't have them before. There's 2 16th notes in an eighth note because it just doubles. Whole, half, fourth, eighth, 16th, 32nd, 64th, whatever. They just double. So the dotted eighth note would get a half a count. The dot would get half of that, which is 1/4 of a count. So a dotted eighth note would get 3/4 of a count. Or it's the same as 3 16th notes tied together. Period. So you're thinking 1 ienda, 2 ienda. Here is 2/4 time. 1 ienda, 2 ienda, 1 ienda, 2 ienda. Look at the second measure. 1 ienda, 2. 1 ienda, 2 ienda, 1 ienda, 2 ienda. Careful with thinking long, short, if that's what you're doing. I just think long, short, long. No. The dotted rhythm isn't long, short. A dotted rhythm is crisp. And a long, short is closer to a triplet rhythm. Like in the big pickup, that's a triplet. 1 and a 2, triplet. But these dotted rhythms are not there. If I play these dotted rhythms as triplets, you get this. It rocks. Ba-dee-da-dee-da-dee, back and forth. That's a triplet rhythm. And if that's the feeling you're getting, you're playing a triplet rhythm. What we want here is a crisp. Those dotted notes got to be short. Bum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Almost like grace notes, huh? Bum, ba-dum. Keep them crisp and short. It's important. Anyway, let's go through the routine for this piece and see what we get. I look it over, I see it's about 4 lines long, more or less. Treble and bass clef signs again. No sharps or flats in the key signature. We're in the key of C major, so make sure you're doing the scale for C major and the scale for A minor. And 2/4 time. Now we have a pickup beat, so we're coming in on beat 2. 2 and a 1. Well, it means beat 1's got to be somewhere else. If you look at the bottom, the last measure, that's beat 1 there. Right hand first. Let's make sure we have it because we are moving around a little bit. We're kind of crawling around here. You're here. It's 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1. Like so. So it's 2 and a 2 and a 1 E and come down. Cross over for 1. And then they want a thumb. I mean, the fingering is fine. There's other fingerings we can do. I'd like myself. I do a 2, 3 here, so I don't have to use the thumb so much. It's just a personal thing. There's no right or wrong. The fingering in the book is fine. If I finger it different, it's because I played this piece forever. This is an arrangement. There is a really nice, if you play the actual piece, it's a fun piece. People enjoy listening to it. But I use a different fingering. Now, last line. We're here. And on the half note, I recommend a thumb. Here, not third finger. This sets me up for the last measure, which is an E and a C. Here, see the chord is here, and I'm just doing it. I'm going to use 2 and 5 for the last one. I'm not moving around. So the last three measures there is thumb, then reach up. This kind of pattern happens a lot in piano, and I recommend that fingering. There's a 1 and a 2-5. Left hand, you got broken chords here. Scratch up. G. And on the second line, second measure, I'm in this position for the first measure, and the second measure, I'm staying here. I'm just 4. I don't have to move around everything. Just going on. Last line, we're here. Then 4 again. Then here. Now, if I want to prepare this, I don't want to use 2 and 1 on both, and I alter the fingering. When I can do that because I got repeated notes. Look at the second and third measure of the last line. I got this. It's repeated. The whole pattern is repeated. That's like a repeated note. I can change positions. I can go from here to 2-4 and then 3-1. That works. So again, the last line slowly is here, and a 4, 2-1, and then a scratch up 5, 2-4, 4-2 here, and then I'm ready with 3-1, and then come down with thumb. They have it here. I prefer not to do that. Sometimes you have to, but I prefer not to. So I'm going to go here and then come down, thumb. So then when I have the fingering and all worked out for each hand, I attempt to put them together, and I'll hesitate all over. I don't care. It's just here or here. And then here. The whole thing out, carefully and slowly, and then go back over it carefully and slowly work out the hesitations. So it's a steady beat. And once I have that under control, then I'll think about the articulation. Here it's pretty connected. Here. There in the first measure, the second line. That's a new phrase. They didn't mark in the phrasing, but it is. Lift up. Like taking a breath. Here. Lift up. Lift up between the phrasing and the right hand. The left hand, it's up to you. You can play it legato. Play it slightly disconnected. That doesn't say anything. Experiment. Try them out. Which do you like? I mean, it is a dance. Huh? It's a dance. Try legato. It's a personal thing. How do you like it? You decide, or your teacher will help you decide. How do you interpret it? Dynamics, P at the beginning. This thing, according to this arrangement, it's all pretty on the soft side. The left hand's got to be very soft. Keep the left hand in the background. If you feel getting a little louder and softer in places, that's okay. Try that. Experiment. Speed. Well, these going to speed it up a little bit, but all this other stuff, that's going to slow it down. It's up to you. It's allegretto's in between moderato and allegro. I call it the fun speed. When I see a piece of allegretto, I think, okay, let's have some fun here. Please don't copy me. You take it at your speed, experiment, have fun. Remember the natural accents. 1, 2, 1, 2. Go up to here. It's a pickup. Feel the natural accents. I like to play this with you very, very slowly. Now let's check the notes and the rhythms. Not going to do any, well, there is no dynamics to speak of. I'll play it all about the same. I'll give us 3 counts because we come in on beat 2. And it's a triplet to begin with. It's fun. So it's triple 1. Triple 1. Just be ready for that. 1 and 2 and go and